Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. We are starting a new Let's Play series today called 2 Point Hospital. This game has been out for a while, so I'm sure you've seen it around before. This is going to be more of like a how-to tutorial type of Let's Play, which I'm really excited to bring to this channel. We are going to be waiting for another Legend of Zelda game until they re-release Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. Hopefully that's coming out at the end of this year, or I don't know. We'll see in June when they do the Nintendo Direct about when they're actually going to be porting that over. But until then, I thought we'd try our hand at some management games and doing some more smaller kind of indie games. So as usual, always leave me a comment down below if there's a game that you want me to try out during this little period between main Let's Play series. I would love to check out any of your game recommendations. We're also going to be revisiting some games that I've played previously on this channel. I am obsessed with Conflict Nerd's current Let's Play of Software Inc., so I'm thinking about revisiting that. Also, The Tenants had a huge major update again, so I'm probably going to be playing some of that. And then I have just some other smaller games like What Remains of Edith Finch and Gone Home. So yeah, of course, like I said, if you guys are interested in seeing any game in particular, just let me know. I'd love to check it out. But without further ado, let's just jump into this series. So we are playing the Crokenbooch Hospital. I have pretty much beat the game, not including the DLCs, of 2 Point Hospital. So this, you know, this is like one of the last ones I have yet to do, but I have a lot of the diseases and stuff unlocked. But anyways, this is Welcome to the Heart of the City. This is it, our toughest challenge yet. Thousands of people fled through Crokenbooch every day. At least half of them are sick, in my opinion. The tower of Jumbo Mega Corporation looms in the distance. Jumbo Healthcare has dominated for too long. If we can build a successful hospital here, we will cement our position as one of the top organizations in the country. All right, so this one is just going to, we're going to pause the game really quick. This one's going to go into how to start your hospital. You know, looking at it, we have lots of plots of land that we can, you know, get eventually, but we have this main one. From playing this before, they do come from all directions, but they do mostly come from this direction. So we're going to build our reception pod here. But before we build anything, I like to take a look and see what we have in the way of doctors. Oh no, we got a terrible roll. We're gonna hire this doctor who doesn't have anything. We are also going to hire some nurses. This person has treatment, which is pretty good. Go ahead, hire them. As for assistants, oh, perfect. All we really need, we don't really need a marketing for the majority of the stuff. So I like to ignore assistants that have that. Ooh, and then this guy is very expensive, but also he does have the upgrade ability, the maintenance ability, ghost ability, and he's a training one, so he can train up some more specialized janitors for us. So here's our basic staff. We have one of each, which is all we really need to get started. But we also need to take a look here at what our goals are to complete our hospital to get us 1 star. So we need to cure 250 patients, we have to have a cure rate of 70%, a reputation of 70%, and a hospital value of 2.5 million monies. It should be easy enough. The nice thing about this level is that, you know, it's all just stuff that's gonna come eventually with just enough time and patience. So let's go ahead, slap that there. That's gonna be our reception pod. And then we're gonna go into our rooms. So starting off, we just need 3 main diagnosis, you know, hospital rooms. So the first one we're going to build is our GP office. We're gonna plop this right here at the very front. So when people come in, they can just wait in line automatically for their GP. Go ahead, put that in there. And then since this is a cold map, and you can figure that out by going here to the eye, clicking on the temperature. Everything's blue, is very cold. Very, very cold. So we'll go ahead, slap a radiator, what do you guys call it, in here, and then we'll hit, oh. And then the other thing I like to put in every single room, just to help with germs and whatnot, is, oh, not a drinking fountain, hand sanitizer. There we go. A hand sanitizer. And then if we had some serious equipment in there, of course, we're going to put a fire extinguisher, but nothing really catches on fire in the GP offices. So the next room we're going to have to build is our general diagnosis. This is because, oh, let me go ahead and change the size of that. And that's just because, you know, once they visit the doctor, they're like, I don't know what you have, go get checked out. So in here we need the easy scan, we need the examination table, and that's all we really need. I like to go ahead and add the medicine cabinet into pretty much every room because it's +1 treatment and +1 diagnosis. So not that that is necessarily important and a have to have, but it just gives them that 1% boost, right? Who wouldn't want to have a room that's just 1% better? Extinguisher, hand sanitizer, and our radiator, and we'll go ahead and press OK on that room. At this point, we can go ahead, start pressing go, and have them start working on that. We're also going to start on our easy scan upgrade. The higher upgrade you have on your machines, you know, the better they are, right? But, you know, it's obviously not necessary. Over here, we're going to build our pharmacy. And that's going to be our primary treatment room at the beginning here. Hand sanitizer, extinguisher, radiator. Perfect. So now that we have those 3 rooms up and running, we do need a couple rooms for, you know, just general improvement. I have some template rooms already laid out because I have been playing this game for a minute. So we're just going to go ahead and slap in our 2x3 bathroom, the smallest bathroom size. And this room is pretty decked out because I did the cheat with the gold star spams, but that's all right. We'll put that here. Next thing we're going to want to do is get some benches for our visitors to the hospital. So that way they can wait wherever and be comfortable while they're waiting. And then we're also going to need some radiators out here because it's a wee bit chilly. There we go. So temperature's looking great. We have somebody working in each room. And then we're also just going to just wait here. We can exit out of these doctors that are way too crazy because we don't need them. These guys, get rid of them. Don't need any of those. The assistants, we do have another assistant, which might be nice. And we finished our first upgrade on our little machine here. So let's go ahead and upgrade our drug mixer as well. And then finally, we're going to build ourselves a staff room as well as a training room. So for our training room, I like to build the smallest size, but also squeeze in a lot of desks that will allow for three hospital workers, doctors, nurses, whatever, to be trained at a time. I also like to put in a little bookshelf because that has +2% training speed, and this one has 4% training speed, so of course we're going to want to get them both in there. And I like this little skeleton because he's very spooky. And we'll go ahead and hit OK on that, and there's our training room set up. Looking around our hospital, we have a new illness, verbal diarrhea. Disgusting. And as you can see, they are just puking everywhere, which is not very sanitary and not very good at all. So let's go ahead, slap a big bin in here, and that's going to allow them to puke into the trash can instead of all over our floors, hopefully. Wow. Oh my god, poor Ingrid. Why is she doing that? This girly, oh no. The next thing we're going to build is a staff room. This is going to allow our staff to just, you know, relax, take their breaks. I like to put a sofa in there. Well, you're required to put a sofa in there. I also like to... Alright, so we went ahead and we built this staff room. It is all set and ready to go. We'll hit OK on that. We just gave them some like vending machines, a dartboard, a TV, a trash can, you know, the basics. Oh, you know what I forgot to get them? a radiator, of course. Just pop that right in there and it should be fine. So now that we have all the basics in here, let's go ahead and look and see, oh, we can get ourselves another doctor. So I like to have 2 GP per GP room, but here we have our this patient right here. As you can see, he is very dashing. All right, he's got a little bit of a rock star illness, and I know that that patient needs to be treated in psychiatry. So since he does not have a diagnosis yet, I think we can wait a few days and hopefully run into either a GP or a psychiatry doctor. We're also going to need to hire another, see, look, he's puking in the trash can instead of the floor. What a nice gentleman. We're also going to need another nurse because right now we only have one to run both the oh, perfect. Let's go ahead and hire this one. And let's take a look. Oh, awful. Okay, so it looks like we are gonna go ahead and have to train this guy in psychiatry, so that way we can treat this patient when it's time for him, once he finally gets his diagnosis. All right, we got ourselves a new alert. There's been an outbreak of premature mummification after the Orb Foundation begins performing toilet paper therapy on members at its wellness center. There's a group of attendees looking for treatment. We'll be rewarded if we treat this group. Should we have them be sent here? No, we do not have that room, and we also don't have the people properly trained for that, so we are going to skip on it this time. But we have our first cured patient right here, Mr. Neville Scream. He is looking very happy. He feels great. So happy, so healthy. Amazing, great job. We got our first one out of 2. All right, so looking at our new hires, we did get ourselves another nurse who is ready to be trained in the ward, which is a huge thing, psychiatry. Let's go ahead, let's see if we got a psychiatry doctor. We did not, so, all right, I decided we're just gonna wait it out. We'll see. Hopefully he gets trained in time, but in the meantime, we are gonna go ahead and build ourselves a psychiatry room. So that way that is all up and running by the time he finishes training, hopefully. So for the psychiatry room, all we need is the armchair and the couch, but you know we're not gonna leave it there. We can build them a nice little fireplace, a diagnostic bookcase, a treatment bookcase. Let's go ahead and just put this one over here. And then, of course, we're going to give them a medicine cabinet, because what kind of psychiatrist doesn't just have a medicine cabinet in there? Finally, of course, a hand sanitizer, and I think, looking at the temperature... In GP's office. Oh no, it's still very cold. Let's see. Exit. Perfect. Okay, you know what? It's not too bad with just that fireplace in there. It makes it really cozy. All right, we're also going to need a Deluxe Clinic, so we'll get the patient to wait. I already have somebody in training. Oh, did that finish? Perfect. Let's go here and look at our staff. We don't have another one, but let's go ahead and build ourselves a Deluxe Clinic. So the size of this room is just 3 by 3. Right there, perfect. Go ahead and put the door in, and we'll place this here. Hand sanitizer, fire extinguisher, and a radiator. Oh, and then we also need the console.
Let's just imagine you requested this.
There we go, perfect. And this room is up and ready to go. So we got ourselves a new challenge, which is to promote 3 staff. Should be easy enough, especially once we get them all trained up. So we're gonna go here, start a training course. I did find another doctor who doesn't have any specializations. So let's go ahead and train, we'll train one person in GP because we might need to train that person in treatment. But our psychiatry is going well. And then our Deluxe Clinic, ooh, we have a nurse who already has injections available, so let's hire them. We will need an injection room eventually. And we just got a notification. It says our patients are really bored, so we should provide them with some entertainment. So with the AI here, there's lots of things that we can use to entertain our hospital patients. Okay. But whatever we pick, we need to make sure it's the same throughout the entire hospital, especially once we expand eventually. You will have patients who are holding up the line because they are trying to go to the other side of the hospital to get a different type of entertainment. So I'm gonna go with the magazine racks. Should be easy peasy enough. And then we're also going to get our patients something to eat and to drink as well. So that way their needs are met, they'll be a little bit more patient with us. I like to use the drinking fountain, and also the sweets dispenser. Not only are they the cheapest, but they also don't require refill from our janitors, so they aren't getting held up trying to refill soda machines across the entire hospital. They can actually focus on maintaining the equipment. So we got our first staff promotion. That means our staff earned a training spot, but it also means that they want more money. So I like to, especially here at the beginning, just limit it till it like first hits this light green. That way we're keeping our staff happy, but also, not overdoing it since we aren't rolling in the dough quite yet. But now that all of our doctors are, for the most part, trained up, let's go into their assignments. So the only person I really want to be working in GP is the GP trained doctor. So also the psychiatrist should only be working in psychiatry, and our GP person should only be doing GP. So this next doctor should be trained in treatment. However, I just want to make sure that we don't come across a treatment-only doctor to begin with. All right, here we go. Here is our treatment-only doctor. It's a good thing I held out on that. So we're gonna hire him. We're gonna go to our staff. We're gonna go to our doctors. We're once again gonna change their assignments. So our treatment person is not gonna be doing GP. This person will. And that since they're only going to be doing GP, I do want to get them trained up in that. It's a little bit expensive since I didn't know whether we were going to get like a GP or a treatment doctor in next. So we are going to have to train him. And hopefully that doesn't bog down our flow of patients. So now that we have our doctors all figured out, I think it's time we focus on our nurses a little bit. So, what's this? A ward required? Perfect. That's what we were just going to build. So we're going to build ourselves a ward since we have a ward trained nurse, might as well. So the nice thing about wards is they can really be as big or as small as you want. I figure there's never too much. You can never have too much space in the ward because it's a treatment as well as a diagnosis room. So let's go ahead and put our beds in here and our changing rooms. We're gonna put a screen in. I like 2 screens per 2 bed, 1 screen per 2 bed. There we go. We're also going to make it a little bit fancy. We're gonna get ourselves a medicine cabinet. We're gonna get ourselves a radiator and a hand sanitizer. And then this is another room that doesn't really catch on fire, so we don't have to really worry about the extinguisher. And that is all set and ready to go. So let's go look at our staff and look at the assignment for the nurses. So here is our nurses. With our nurse specializations, we're gonna go here to diagnosis. This nurse that doesn't have anything, they are going to be our general diagnosis nurse. So we're just going to make sure, we're gonna allow them to do all of the diagnosis except for ward. But then for treatment, we're gonna say no treatment for you. No, you cannot do treatment. You are not trained. They're technically not trained in anything, but that's okay. The next one is going to be Ben Dandy. Ben Dandy is going to be a treatment nurse, but they're still not allowed to do the ward or the fracture ward. But if we go to diagnosis, no diagnosis. This is our ward specialist, so they are going to be able to do ward. This person is also treatment, so none of that. Okay, so since this person's only our ward, make sure that they're only allowed to work in the ward, and make sure this person isn't. All right, so we are all set with that. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get, we're still training. And making sure your staff is assigned to their proper roles is a great way to increase your cure rate and really give your patients the best experience possible. Okay, we have a rival executive and CEO of Jumbo Mega Corporation, Jumbo McNally. and he is apparently on the way to the hospital. We should probably warn the janitorial staff. We should be prepared for the most sophisticated forms of cruelty and sabotage that money can buy. All right, so Jumbo McNally is a NPC that comes through and really just tinkers with our machines and makes them not great at all. Better than the girl from the Orb Foundation. She's literally the bane of my existence. I do not like her at all. Alright, here's Jumbo McNally, CEO of Jumbo Mega Corporation. First things first, he's going to saunter all over to the staff room, he says.
Anyone who looks at
Pretty
me
good.
would think I'd be
Oh
a
no.
loyal
Well, what does he
customer
just
of
drop on the
heuristics.
floor? Just
Let me
trash?
tell you,
Thanks for that, Mr. Jumbo. Okay, looks like we're gonna fail this first staff request for promoting them. So we didn't get a reward. And
How
right
about
after
the
that,
soul
we
of
got ourselves
confidence
a
or
staff that
apathy?
needed a promotion. But I just go
Surely
ahead and
that
accept this
one
other
was
staff
his
request,
next
which is to get a level 5 room. And since this room is the closest to being level 5, we'll go ahead and work on this room. So level 5 is referring to the prestige level of the the room. So by adding items that are both decorative as well as helpful, we can increase the rating or the prestige of the room. So if we go here, this is at a level 3 right now. So let's get them some other things that they might need in here. I'm thinking they could use a bedside table. Just a little minor earthquake here, it's fine. Let's go ahead and move this over to the center of the room, I guess. Pick this up, move it here for the bedside table so everybody has a little place to store their phones while they're in the ward. Let's also go ahead and give them some pretty pictures to look at while they're just laying in bed, and the nurses are trying to figure out what's wrong with them. Put a nice little ship in a bottle up there. Oh, look at that. It's our healthcare award ceremony. God. Let's go ahead, open all. Looks like we got our Rising Star, Employer of the Year, and Patient's Choice Award. That's not too shabby for our first year. We'll take it. Awards on our first year. Fantastic. Looking in here, it looks like the anatomy posters are good for training, as well as this one. So let's go ahead and slap these in here. Help out with the training as much as we can. Let's give them an eye testing poster. I don't know why they would need that. But we'll go ahead and put it right here by the medicine cabinet. And then we'll just put some pictures of some dogs, the mountains, just nice relaxing ones everywhere. That'll help, right? Who wouldn't want to see a beautiful dog while they're waiting around? And then behind all of these changing station room things, I am gonna spam the Gold Star Award certificates because these are worth the most prestige points, but we can kind of hide them here so it looks a lot less spammy, you know? We're so close to getting this level 5 room. I guess we can have one like right here, wouldn't be that bad. Could put a clock in here so they can count down the days until they're free. Okay, I'm having to pause because we're getting lots and lots of notifications while I'm waiting to finish this. Looks like we're just gonna need one more Gold Star award, so I'm just gonna have to place it. I'm so sorry. But you know, that's our ward. It's now level 5, which means patients visiting that are gonna be a lot happier. It's gonna make our hospital more popular. And look at all this notifications. So let's just run through them really quickly. Okay. Mr. Jobsworth has sent us a report from his recent visit. It's 30 pages, so we haven't read it, but the conclusion reads, essentially bad and unsafe. I couldn't recommend it for anyone looking to get better, although not without its bright spots. We'll have to improve the hospital if we want to do better next time. So he didn't like our hospital. Our prestige is pretty low, so it's kind of understandable. Our publicity update. Roderick Cushion seemed very happy as he left our hospital, but then he is an actor. How can one tell? Oh, he sent a wad of cash too. I guess that counts. So with that challenge, we got 10 reputation, 10 kudos, and 10,000 monies. So we'll hit okay on that. We discovered lazy bones, which will be treated in our ward. We need a PANS lab. And we finished the level 5 room, so good job. We also have nobody getting trained right now, which is not great. So let's go ahead. Sometimes I pick by course and then patient, like a doctor, if I know what they want. But for this one, let's go ahead and take a look and see who's available to be trained and what we need to do. Okay, so we got this really awesome nurse who's trained in treatment, pharmacy, and injections. So we're gonna hire them. They are going to then train our other nurses in that as well. So this junior nurse, who's our treatment nurse, they're going to be trained in pharmacy, and we'll hit start training for them. And I am gonna go ahead and leave this part here. I hope this gave you a better understanding on how to start. Take it slow. Don't go crazy with building all the rooms possible. Just get your bases covered. Do some training, do some challenges from your staff to just really start generating an income, which is super important. And next episode, we're going to learn how to deal with this issue that we're gonna run into a lot if you play this game, which is this massive queue line here for the doctor. It's ridiculous. Anyways, like I said, I'm gonna leave this part here. Thank you so much for joining me on this new Let's Play series. If you like this game, or if you're liking this kind of tutorial style of content, absolutely let me know by leaving a comment down below, or even just say hi. I love chatting with you guys. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that. It really helps me grow. Also, if you want to check out my other social medias or my sticker shop, that's going to be linked in the description. And until I see you guys again, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.